All right, all right. Peace, blessings, enough, holy, plenty, a lot of love to all our queens and all our kings on this meeting platform and also on the varied YouTube channel. Good to have you, good to have you, good to have you. Really appreciate, really do appreciate. Thank you all very much for joining us here on a Thursday, taking time out of your busy schedule. Moving right along, we are going to be starting with In It to Win It, and that is contributed to us by Queen Loretta Shadari, and it we have been using it ever since 2021 until now, and we'll be still using it this evening or today. And so we are going to be playing In It to Win It, Queen Loretta Shadari.
We are here. clear of the closing doors, please.
All right, wonderful. Thank you very much, Queen Loretta Shadari. And of course, we are going to step right into our main wonderful presentation. This person need no introduction. She has been willingly and totally uh, presenting and giving herself here on Deep Dive Globally Changing Lives and to all the entire world because she is an international um, inspirational speaker, and she also is an entrepreneur. And most definitely, she has her own talk show. She's a talk show host. And definitely, when you listen to what she's going to address and what she has been addressing for the past umpteen years now here on Deep Dive, she has always presented us with health from a natural point of view, not from medication, but from a naturopathic doctor's point of view. And so, without any further ado, with 10 grandchildren and maybe one more on the way, we just want to thank and welcome Queen Dr. Jacqueline Warner. Over
Good
to you.
evening. Good evening to each and every one of you. It's a pleasure. Thank you for that introduction, Dr. Derek, and thank you for this amazing platform where we transform our minds, where we learn, where we help one another, and where we become a family. So we thank you so much for this amazing platform. We thank you for all the services that you give to us and all the things that you do for your community, for yourself, and for your family. Appreciate you. And welcome to each and every one of you here tonight. Appreciate you. I thank you for your listening ear. I thank you for showing up because showing up is 95% of success. And yes, tonight we're going to be talking about the benefits of burdock root. It's a traditional root for detoxification, nutrition, and holistic wellness. Now, herbs, and our Heavenly Father said that the herbs is for the healing of the nation. And so these herbs are not to replace, but it's to reinforce. Remember, the body heals itself, but at times it needs reinforcement, it needs help, just like everything else in life. We all need help. So I just want to say good evening again to everyone. And tonight I want to talk about a powerful plant that has been used as food and traditional medicine for centuries in different cultures around the world. So burdock root is not new. It has been around for decades. It's just never really been focused on or talked about. The first person, herbalist, that I heard talk about burdock root was Dr. Sebi, the late Dr. Sebi. May he rest in awesome peace. And even though scientists is still investigating and want to prove that these herbs do what they say they do or supposed to do, they're still not there yet. And they still seem to not recognize the holistic doctors and the herbalists that actually research and work with these herbs to conclude that they do benefit. I remember Dr. Sebi, the late Dr. Sebi, when he went to court in New York, he was told to bring 7 people that he healed. Instead, 77 people showed up with different diseases that Dr. Sebi did heal. And he had the proof. But unfortunately, he's not with us anymore. But you know one thing, he opened the door for all for different holistic doctors and herbalists to be all over the media now talking about those same herbs. So his legacy is still living on today. We might be gone, but the herbs are still here and they still are working. Of course, herbs do not work for everybody the same way, just like medication doesn't work, but still, the pharmaceutical push and gives everybody the same medication when it doesn't work that way at all. So, we're going to find out that that plant is burdock root, and its scientifically name is Artium lapa. It's commonly known as a greater burdock. It belongs to the same botanical family as daisies and sunflowers. Now, burdock has a long history in traditional and herbal practices, particularly throughout parts of Europe and Asia. Herbalists have used different preparations of the root for generations. So nothing is new under the sun. And tonight we're going to look at the burdock from a holistic perspective through three areas, and that's detoxification, nutrition, and traditional medicinal use. Now, burdock is traditionally described as an antioxidant, as a diuretic, and digestive and blood purifying herb, which it actually is. And it has historically been associated with supporting the liver, the kidney, the digestive system, and skin, along with circulation. But remember this, one herb does not do everything, because there's several herbs that also purify the blood, like dandelion, okay, and many more. So burdock is not, but it's one of the most powerful herbs that when it comes to detoxification and nutrition and traditional medicine usage, it can stand alone. Our bodies, remember, are interconnected systems. Everything works within each other. What affects one system can affect another, and we know that. Okay, so let's get into the benefits of this remarkable root. Now, burdock root contains natural occurring plant compounds, including phenolic acids, the flavonoids such as quercetin and luteolin. Okay, and these compounds have antioxidant properties. So, number one is antioxidant support. Why are antioxidants important? Because our bodies are constantly dealing with oxidative stress and toxins and waste. So antioxidants help protect cells from damage associated with unstable molecules, free radicals that they talk about, that we have mentioned in various webinars. So think about your cells for a moment. Your body is constantly working to maintain them, repair them, and protect them. That's what the body does. So the question becomes, what are we giving our cells to work with? Remember, everything starts from the cell, a cell. It doesn't start from your heart or the organs, it starts from the cell. So if we feed our cells healthy, we will have healthy cells. If we feed our cells bad stuff, then we will have bad cells. Simple as that. But burdock is one plant source of naturally occurring antioxidant compounds that can be part of a whole food plant rich lifestyle. And when we talk about healthy aging, we're not talking about stopping time, because that's one thing we can't do. We are talking about supporting the body's natural ability to maintain itself as we grow older. So you see, the herb is to maintain, to help maintain what the body is already able to do on its own. Now, the second benefit is traditional support for the skin and circulation. Now, we know a lot of children and adults that suffer from eczema and psoriasis and skin rashes and other skin disorders. And that's only because an organ is not functioning well. Now, burdock has traditionally been associated with skin health and circulation. The skin is our largest organ, and it is connected to the overall health of the body. Traditionally, herbalists have used burdock preparation for various skin complaints. But I want us to be careful about saying that eczema, psoriasis, or rashes are automatically caused by a sluggish liver or toxins being pushed through the skin. But in some sense, that's exactly what happens, because if your liver is sluggish, then it's not going to function properly. And it's going to push the toxins through the skin. It's going to use the skin. So when you see these eczema and psoriasis, it's because the liver is not functioning well. But when we go to the doctor and we tell them, and you go for the eczema, they really, it's like they don't even know what to tell the parents. Because my two granddaughters suffer from eczema. So I'm there in the doctor's office with my daughter. And we question them and we tell them what we're doing, but they seem to be lost. They know, not one of them never said, well, the liver is not working, functioning well. Maybe there's the child is toxic. There's a lot of toxins in the body. They don't say anything to that, but they are ready to push steroids, creams, which we do not use because it's just a cover up, and then it come back worse than what it was. So the human body is much more complicated than that. Skin conditions can have many causes, including immune, genetic, environmental, and inflammatory factors, which is true. Okay? The foods we eat, the gluten, and many other factors. Now, from a holistic perspective, however, we can recognize the connection between nutrition, digestion, circulation, elimination, and skin wellness. And that is where burdock becomes interesting. It has a long history of traditional use for supporting the skin, the body's natural elimination processes. So instead of saying burdock pushes toxins through the skin, we can say burdock has traditionally been used to support healthy skin and the body's natural elimination pathways. And that's what burdock does. Now, benefit number 3 is it's also a traditional diuretic support. That means when we attain a lot of fluid, like you see people with swelling of the feet, edema, even hypertension, because when you go to the doctor and you have hypertension, they usually also give you a diuretic to go along with the blood pressure medication. And we don't know if that's good or bad because we're not scientists. All we know, there's side effects. But we don't know what it's actually doing in the body, even though they try to explain to us what it actually does. But no one knows what happens inside each and every one of our bodies, because every body is not the same. Okay? Now, why is that important? Because the kidneys play a major role in maintaining the body's fluid and the electrolyte balance. So when the body retains excessive fluid, a person may experience swelling or edema. And people with certain medical conditions are sometimes prescribed diuretic medication to help manage the fluid retention. But the flip side of it, do they really get to the root point? Why is the body retaining the fluid? No, they don't ask that question. And some of us don't ask the question. We depend that the doctor is the doctor and he has all the answers. And so we sit there and just await whatever the doctor says and take our prescription, go fill it, and take our medication. But we never ask, well, I want to know why my body is retaining fluid. And now that's when you will see them stumbling and trying to give you some kind of story on why your body might be retaining fluid. But if you never ask, you will never know. So it's good not only to go to a physician to get a prescription or get a diagnosis, but also to ask questions. Because then the doctor know that he will treat you in a whole different fashion. Because he know this patient is going to ask question. We don't have to worry about the rest of them because they're never going to ask. They're just going to take the prescription, they're going to go and fill it, and they're going to take it. And sometimes the body is rejecting the medication, and we still go ahead and say, well, it probably is going to get better. It's my body has to get used to it. But then it could be causing another problem. Remember, all systems are connected with one another. Okay? But here's something important. Fluid retention is not simply caused by toxins. It can have many causes, including heart, kidney, liver, venous, hormonal, and medication-related problems, which is true. Okay? So if someone has persistent swelling, especially swelling accompanied by shortness of breath, chest pain, or sudden weight gain, that person you need medical evaluation. So I'm not saying don't go to your doctor. No, you still need to go to your doctor. And you need to ask questions. You want to know why. What's going on? What's happening to my body? And then you can start from there. Because then you could, he will suggest different tests or different scans or anything before diagnosing you with one particular thing and just saying that's it. Here go the prescription and the situation is over. But why are people dying still? Why is no one saying we are healed? That is strange. Something is not right. So from the traditional herbal's perspective, however, burdock has been valued for its diuretic properties and its supports of normal urinary elimination. But it doesn't only eliminate urine, it eliminates toxins also. Because our body is full of toxins, even if they want to say it or not. Toxin might not be the only issue. It might be other problems, but it does get rid of toxins. Now, benefit number 4 is your digestive and bile support. Now, let's talk about the liver, the gallbladder, and the digestive system. The liver produces bile, right? We know that. The gallbladder stores and concentrates the bile and releases it into the small intestines when needed. But just think of someone who had their gallbladder removed. That bile is no longer controlled. It is spilling over into the intestines without any control because the gallbladder is no longer there. Now, who is taking care of that? And what is now the health, the wellness of that patient? because now they're going to experience all kind of different issues because the gallbladder is needed. God didn't put these organs in place for them to be removed. And that's why the herbs is for the healing of the nation. God specifically say it. Man cannot specifically say anything, according to my observation and research. They can't specifically say anything. They have to test. God didn't test anything. He said one time, the herbs is for the healing of the nation, but we have been deceived. It taken over the counter medication, pharmaceutical prescription, drugs. So it's where we have to start to get an understanding of the herbs that's around us, that's available to us, and study them and research them because it's all about our very well being. No one can take care of us better than ourselves. But we're believing in a system that is not for us, that is against us. And some people I know believe in their doctors more than they even believe in God. Until something goes wrong, then they now become overprotective of themselves. Now they might not even go to the doctor. Now they're not taking care of themselves because they don't even know how to start to begin to take care of themselves. So bile plays an important role in digestion, particularly in the digestion and absorption of fats. Okay. Traditional herbal medicine has associated bitter and root herbs with digestive and bile supporting actions. Now, burdock has been traditionally used for digestive support, although strong human evidence that it directly restarts and reboots the gallbladder is limited. It's limited because they have not done enough research. But instead, they have done millions of research on pharmaceutical medicine. And because there is no money in herbal medicine, that was not their major concern. And so we are faced with scientific limitations. And we cannot say a herb heals because of a scientific limitations. And that's an important distinction. We can respect traditional herbal knowledge while being honest about what modern research has and has not established. I remember as a kid, um, I wasn't even 10 years old, and I heard that they were going to the moon to find cure for cancer. And the cure for cancer is right here on Earth. But imagine telling people, taking the taxpayers' money and saying that they're going to the moon. And up to this day, they haven't found the cure yet. Something is not right. But God is in control. So when digestion slows down, constipation can become a problem. It does. You're not moving your bowels regularly. You're backed up. And when the waste is backed up, what's happening? Your lymphatic system is in a mess. It's not functioning well either. It's not draining correctly because that the lymphatic system is the drainage of waste. It's actually our waste system. And that gets clogs up. Everything becomes a mess. And that's why fiber, hydration, movement, and whole food diet are so important. We take these things for granted. We're not listening to our bodies, even when it whispers, even when it screams. I need attention now. We wait till it gets out of order. You know, like when the bathroom is stopped up, nobody can use it, they put right on the door. It's out of order, it's out of service. That's what we become when we don't listen, when we take things for granted. So, burdock root also contains inulin. It's a type of soluble prebiotic fiber that can help nourish beneficial bacteria in the gut. So, once again, we see the connection. We got gut health, we got digestion, we got nutrition, and we got elimination. It's all connected. Now, benefit number 5, liver and jaundice, an important caution. Now, I want to address something very important, which is jaundice. Jaundice is the yellowing of the skin or, or the white of the eyes that occurs when bilirubin builds up in the body. Now, when I was a kid, I had jaundice. I remember my grandmother taking me to the hospital, and I was put on boil boiled foods. That's what I ate while I was at the hospital. And at the same time, I walk around with the doctor on rounds and helping him out. And you don't even feel sick, you know, but it's there. Now, some people may hear that burdock flushes bile and believe it can therefore remove jaundice. And we can't say it don't or it doesn't. And it's only saying those words because of medical scientific limitation. Dr. Sebi would not have saved 77 people from just herbs. He didn't use any pharmaceutical medication. Even Robert De Niro, I think it was his dad, was with blindness that he even saved from blindness. He cured AIDS, hypertension, impotent, because he himself was impotent. He himself was overweight. He himself had diabetes. Okay? So, jaundice can be a sign of a serious liver or gallbladder or bile duct or blood related problem, which it can be, especially starting with the liver and the gallbladder and the bile. And of course, the blood. Because if your blood is not clean, then what you think? Clean, dirty blood running through your veins? Is it going to make everything better? It's going to make everything worse. And those things that we were doing, our ancestors were doing back then, we're not doing it any longer. And that's why we are very toxic. That's why they can talk about parasites and all these other ailments. Everything is coming to the forefront now. It was always there. My grandmother used to give me, I used to do aloes. We used to do bush bath, all those things, Scott emulsion, SSS tonic. Oh my gosh. It wasn't never no medication. Even when I had the German measles, my mother washed the Uncle Ben rice and gave it to me to drink. That's how I was healed from German measles. So these things is just not happening today. It's just that we have gone so far away from what was good to what is bad. And that's why we're sick. That's why brothers and sisters are dying. Every day, every second, every minute, with no answers. To just say, well, I guess it was their time to go. No, we're dying immaturely. I walk around and I see people, either I think it's their left foot is always the swollen, the one swollen. I see some of them, they could barely walk. And when I look at them, I said, oh my God, they need detoxification. But they're going to the doctor every day. When I pass by the doctor office, I turn to my daughter and say, oh my God, the parking lot is always filled at this doctor's office. Money, money, money. And people are still not getting better. We got to take control. If we don't, we lose. We are the ambassadors of this same vessel that God has loaned unto us. And we have to take it serious. Lest we're at the losing end. They win, we lose. So what we can say, burdock has a long history of traditional use for the liver, the digestive support, but it has not been established as a treatment for liver disease or jaundice. Okay, and that distinction protects us, right? Because holistic wellness should never mean ignoring serious symptoms. Holistic means looking at the whole person, and that includes knowing when professional medical care is necessary. Yes, we know when medical professionals' care is necessary, most likely when it's too far gone, and then they say they try everything and we can no longer do anything. Or they say, you know what? They are very old anyway. We're just going to make them comfortable until they pass on. But that's the way it is today. Benefit number 6, joint and inflammation support. Most likely, when we have a pain, or that's inflammation. Simple as that. And they do prescribe inflammatory medication. They do. But do they get to the root of the problem? Why is the inflammation there? Why do they diagnose us with arthritis and that's it? It's inflammation in the joints. And when that inflammation get concentrated, the arthritis worsen. That means we need to get rid of the inflammation within our joints. And I think I think it was Dr. Joseph that Dr. Derek had on this platform that talk about turmeric. So burdock is not the only herb that get rid of inflammation. It's just that we don't focus, we don't stay focused, we don't stay consistent, and we're not persistent either. But we're taking today and not tomorrow. And when we feel like it's really painful, then we'll say, well, let me try some turmeric and expect it to work like magic. It doesn't work that way. I remember at the doctor office, the nurse said, the reason you take your blood pressure medication every day because it leaves your system every day. That's what a nurse told me. I said, oh, wow. I visited the doctor and he said that all medication has side effects. But would you rather be dead trying to figure out what will work or just take the medication? That's what he told me. I said, okay, that makes kind of sense. But do the side effects, are they going to benefit me? Or are they going to destroy me? A lot of people are waking up now. And they're turning to those herbs. It don't have to be burdock, it could be any herb. You got to try and find out what works for you. But you got to try. And you got to be consistent because that's the only way it's going to work. You can't take it today because when you take your medication, you take it religiously. You don't miss. You got them separated in the little pill bottles. What? You got your timing. Mm-mm. You on time with that. Nuh-uh. We got to be on time with the herbs that God said that heals the nation. And he didn't do no testing and he don't have to wait for no scientists because he is the scientist. He is the creator. They didn't create the herbs. They created mass production of food that poison our system. Yes, they can do that. But they don't do something for good. They do something for bad, for benefit, for control. Now, the word arthritis literally relates to inflammation of the joints. And there are many different forms of arthritis, and inflammation can contribute to pain, stiffness, and reduced mobility. I see people with rheumatoid arthritis. That means it has gone bad. The inflammatory medication is no longer working. Because why is it worsening if you're taking inflammatory? That means it's supposed to get the joint's supposed to get better. The inflammation supposed to leave. Not supposed to stay and get worse. So something is going on. I remember one time too, I went to my doctor and said I had a pain in my shoulder. You know what she told me one time? Is arthritis. I said I rebuke that in Jesus' blessed and holy name. Anything they give me, I rebuke. Because you can't just look at me and say because I had a pain right there. You didn't send me for X-ray or MR, what you call it, MRA or whatever, MRI. You didn't send me for none of that. You didn't send me for no therapy. You just tell me I got arthritis, like you just wrote me off. That's the kind of doctors we have today. Not saying all of them are bad, but I'm not saying all of them are good either, because God said there's good and bad in everything. And he did not eliminate doctors. So burdock contains a naturally occurring plant compound with antioxidant and anti-inflammatory activity, okay, which can help in helping the body to get the inflammation out of there. Now, traditional herbal practices have also used burdock for joint and inflammatory complaints. They have. But again, like they said, we need to be responsible. We cannot say that arthritis occurs simply because toxins have accumulated in the joints. But what else can it be? Honey? Milk? What is it that we don't know? Arthritis has many causes and forms. And what we can say is burdock antioxidant and traditionally anti-inflammatory properties make it an interesting herb for holistic wellness and research into joint health. Okay? And our goal should always be to support the body through good nutrition, movement as always, healthy body weight, rest, stress management, and appropriate care when needed. Now, stress play a major role also because stress can cause inflammation within the body. Because wherever the problem is, that's where the inflammation is going to run to, and it's going to take up residency there. And it's going to cause that area to be a problem to you, to me. Okay? So benefit number 7, burdock and cancer. Let's separate hope from proof, they say. Now we're going to touch on a very serious subject, cancer. But there is a historical connection between cancer metabolism and the work of a German scientist, Otto Warburg. who received the Nobel Prize in psychology, physiology, and medicine in 1931 for his work on respiratory enzymes. But actually, Otto Warburg discovered that cancer cannot strive in an alkaline body. And that's way back. Even though it might not seem so long ago, that's what was said. So, why, with that research and all that discovery, why didn't you take that and move from there? Instead of going back to do your own thing, instead of working on what we already have or what they was already discovered. That just don't make any sense to me. You know? Warburg research contributes significantly to our understanding of cellular metabolism and cancer. Cancer cells can display and alter patterns of the metabolism, including increased reliance on the glycolysis and the lactate production, even when oxygen is available. Phenomenon known as the Warburg effect. But what I read from Otto Warburg is that cancer needs two conditions. It needs to be acidic and deoxygenated. That means cancer does not like oxygen. So if your body doesn't have enough oxygen going to your cells, those cells can actually become cancerous because cancer is not normal in the body. Even though I think I read somewhere where there is cancer stem cells and how we can starve them and how we can work using herbs again to starve them so they don't manifest within our bodies. So there's a lot of research to do. But here is where we must be very careful again. The statement that cancer simply exists because the body is acidic or that giving cancer more oxygen will cause tumors to shrink is not an established treatment principle. But according to Dr. Sebi, the late Dr. Sebi, if the body is alkaline, no disease can exist because according to Dr. Sebi, disease, there's no disease. He said it's the mucus within our body, all the dairy products that we eat that is no good. The hybrid, the fruit, the seedless fruits, all those things, the processed meats, the clothing we wear, the shade, the eyeglasses we put on our eyes, the furniture that we buy. Why? We're not reading the labels and oh, that looks really good. Oh, that tastes very good. We're not reading the labels. One thing could deter you from the product or the object or the food just by just reading your labels. You know, sometimes I pick something up and I said, oh my God, if it takes that much for it to taste good, let me leave it on the shelf. That's what I said to myself. I pick it up, I see like a paragraph and a half. You mean to tell me it takes that much for that to taste good? I didn't see my grandmother using that much ingredients in the first place to make just a coconut tart or your own butter with the bowl sitting in your lap and whispering, you know? So we got to be so careful. Where are we allowing ourselves to be deceived when our Heavenly Father said, do not allow yourself to be deceived. But yet we just go right along. We don't ask no questions. I can't remember he also passed on, but he said we don't ask questions. We are truly guinea pigs. pigs going to the slaughter pen to be slaughtered without asking a question. I ask questions and I refuse to. And I'm not afraid. So, cancer is an extraordinary complex, they say. And Burdock has not been proven to cure, eliminate, or treat cancer in humans. Of course not. We're not saying that burdock root is going to cure cancer, but burdock root is going to purify the blood, it's going to detoxify, it's going to get rid of toxins, and that is going to help the body to fight against the cancer within the body. Because remember, we keep on hearing that the body heals itself. It was made to heal itself. So why our body is not healing on itself? That's the question that we need to think about and ask ourselves, why? Something is wrong or something is not right. So, however, burdock contains interesting plant compounds that researchers have investigated in laboratory and preclinical studies. That research is worth exploring. But laboratory findings are not the same as proving that a herb treats cancer in people. So more research is needed in order to say that the herb actually help in the elimination and supporting the body to do the work that it was made to do. So here is my message. Let's have hope, but let's also have wisdom. We can study nature. We can appreciate traditional herbal medicine. We can investigate promising compounds, and we can continue searching for better approaches to disease. But we should never tell someone with cancer to replace proven cancer treatment with burdock. I will never tell anyone that, because sometimes, according to their situation or the evaluation of their cancer, they might need some help. And there is some studies where things are like hormonal therapy. They have different types. Everything is not chemotherapy, okay? But at the same time, you need to help your body to regain its natural function to help itself. Simple as that. You don't just say, okay, I'm taking the treatment and that's it. You still need to replenish your body. You still need to nourish it. You still need to care for it. You just don't leave it to one thing, because chemotherapy kills the good and the bad. So who replaces the good? Think about it. We got to put on our thinking cap. We have let things go like we have no control. Are we still slaves or are we free? And benefit number 8, traditional blood purifier. And I think that's the last benefit of the burdock root. Burdock has traditionally been called a blood purifier. And basically, that's what it is. Now, what does that mean? In traditional herbal language, blood purification often refers to supporting the body's natural elimination and metabolic processes. So modern medicine doesn't define burdock as literally cleansing the blood. Okay, I just have to let you know that. Okay, our liver and kidneys already perform incredibly important filtering and metabolic functions, because that's what the kidneys and the liver was made to do. But burdock does not contain nutritional and biologically active compounds. At one time, they're saying it does, and then they say they don't. But it does. One of those is inulin. It's a prebiotic fiber that can support beneficial gut microorganisms. It also contains various polyphenols and other plant compounds with antioxidant activity. So when we're talking about the whole body wellness, the gut, the liver, and the kidney are all important pieces of the picture. Okay, those are our eliminating organs. Okay, they help control what comes in the body, cleans it out, send it to where it needs to go. They do the work of elimination and cleansing of the body. So our lymphatic system is also important because it helps transport the fluid and supports the immune function and assists in moving cellular waste products. So when traditional herbalists speak about purifying the blood, I encourage us to understand the concept holistically rather than literally. Okay. Now there is some additional uses for burdock root. Burdock has also been traditional use in different preparations for occasional digestive complaints, skin wellness, coughs and colds. Like if you have a persistent and consistent cough, you could drink some burdock tea. Your scalp and hair, you could make some burdock water and your spray bottle, spray it on your scalp, dandruff, and general herbal wellness. So, however, these uses should be understood as traditional uses and not guaranteed treatments. Okay, for today's time. And remember, natural does not automatically mean risk free. Herbs can interact with medication and may not be appropriate for everyone. Okay, because breastfeeding moms and pregnant women would not be able to take burdock because it contracts. It will cause premature labor. Okay, and people on taking medication, blood thinners, and so forth would not recommend taking burdock root. So you do have to do your research regarding the herbs that you are taking and learn more about it. Okay, and the importance of sourcing burdock root. If you decide to purchase burdock root, one of the most important things I want you to remember is know your source, know where you're getting it from. You know, a lot of things that you get maybe on Amazon and other places, you have to know your source. So it's best to deal either with a herbalist and where he also, you have to be concerned where he's getting it. So you got to ask questions. All right. So, and also remember that burdock can grow along roadsides, fields, riverbanks, hiking areas, and urban environment. But just because a plant grow naturally somewhere doesn't mean that the location is safe for harvesting. It can be very toxic, because that plant grows very close to the earth. That's how it's so potent. But just because the plants can absorb contamination from the environment itself, so you have to be so careful. Just like our fruits that are in pesticide and herbicide soils, you know, they're in there. So don't simply dig up a burdock growing beside a busy road or in a area where pesticides and industrial chemicals or other pollutants may be present. That will be not wise. And know where your herbs come from. Look for reputable suppliers with good quality control practices. Because if we're going to put something into our bodies, we should know what we're putting into our bodies. And the three words to remember as we close, I want you to remember these three words: detoxification. Burdock supports the body natural elimination system. Nutrition. Burdock tend to be very nutritious. Give the body whole, nourishing food and naturally occurring plant compounds. And last, traditional medicine. Respect the wisdom passed down through generations while continuing to learn what science can confirm. And I just wanted to remind you that this presentation is just for educational and informational purposes only. The information shared about burdock root reflects a combination of traditional herbal practice, nutritional information, and areas of scientific research. And some traditional claims about burdock have not been conclusively established through high quality human clinical studies. So, burdock should not be used as a substitute for medical diagnosis, prescribed medication, or professional medical treatment, okay? And anyone who's pregnant or breastfeeding, has kidney, liver, gallbladder, or other medical conditions, or taking prescription medication should speak with their qualified healthcare professional before using burdock medicinally. And anyone experiencing symptoms such as jaundice, significant swelling, severe abdominal pain, chest pain, difficulty breathing, or other serious symptoms should seek appropriate medical care rather than attempting to treat the condition with an herb. So I think, if you're having a serious issue, please consult with your physician first. Natural wellness and responsible medical care can work together. They really can. Okay. In conclusion, so what we have learned tonight, burdock root is more than just a root underneath the ground. It is a plant with a long history as both food and traditional medicine, and it contains naturally occurring compounds that have antioxidant activity. It contains inulin, a prebiotic fiber. It has traditionally been associated with liver, kidney, digestion, skin, urinary system, and overall cleansing. And modern researchers continue to investigate some of the plant compounds, but here's the bigger lesson. Don't wait until your body breaks down before you start taking care of it. Start with what you put on your plate. Start with the water you drink. Start with movement, start with rest, and start with by reducing unnecessary exposure to harmful substances. And start by learning about the herbs and the foods that have been used by generations before us. And most importantly, listen to your body. Your body is constantly communicating with us. Sometimes it's whispering, sometimes it's warning us, and sometimes it's screaming for attention. Don't ignore it. And so I thank you for your time, for your listening ear, and I hope this topic regarding the burdock root is just for information for you to be more inquisitive, be more to do research on different herbs, on how we can actually help ourselves and live a life of wellness instead of a life of pain and agony and even debt. So thank you so much. And over to you, Dr. Derek.
All right. Thank you very much, the Queen Naturopathic Dr. Jacqueline Warner. Thank you very much. That was awesome. I
Thank you,
need to
Dr.
grab
Derek.
me. I didn't even know. I didn't know that one. Burdock root. I didn't know that one at all. Oh my goodness. I maybe pass it on the wayside. Nice, nice. Burdock root. And it's good for hair
Yep,
and scalp.
yep. Dandruff.
And how you prepare it? You boil it and or
Well, you can, it's a root. You can actually, to me, I like to steep more than boil because sometimes
steam.
yeah, because
Okay,
it's a
steam.
root, I throw some hot water over it and I just let it steep.
Mm. Okay, so steam. All right,
Steep,
nice.
steep, S T
Steep.
E E P. Yeah. Like how
Oh,
your grandmother used to just take and throw the water over the herb and just cover it with a saucer and let it steep.
oh, steep.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we call that draw.
Dry.
Yes. We call it draw.
Yeah.
When you just put the thing in the container, the
Yeah.
root or whatever, and you hot the hot water and then throw it on it.
Yes. You draw
Yeah,
it. They say
that's how
that
we
too. Yes.
yeah, that's how we draw it.
Yes.
I tell you. Woo. All right. Oh, and then you rub it in your hair or you wash your hair with it.
You can spray, yes, you can actually put it in a spray bottle and spray your hair with it. Or when you
Oh, okay.
or when you're washing your hair, you can include it in the rinse when you rinse it, not in a shampoo, but when you rinse your hair, you can apply it then in your scalp.
Mm. Okay, cool. Cool. That's nice. All right. That is wonderful. All right. Never heard of that one. Thank you very much, uh, Queen Jacqueline Warner. All
Thank you.
right. So, any questions, comments, or anything to say on the topic, burdock root and its benefits? Anything? Anyone? Anyone in the chat? Let me check the chat. Yes. Good evening. Hello, everyone. Greetings from Canada. Oh, Sharon, Queen Sharon Wheaton. Oh, it's been a long while. Oh my goodness. I am seeing some persons who have not been around for a long while. Welcome, 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 Queen
Hello, Dr.
Sharon. And
Derek. Thank you.
yes,
Welcome, welcome.
yes.
Thank you for how are you? How's things?
Things are fabulous, fabulous. I don't have any complaints, especially getting all of this mindset from Queen Naturopathic Dr. Jacqueline Warner.
I know. Thank
I
you.
don't have
Great
no
presentation.
complaints.
Great presentation. Thank you, Jacqueline.
Mhm.
Sister
You're
Jacqueline
welcome.
Warner. Long time
Nice
no
to
see.
meet you.
I
I
know
know.
I've been away for a while, but I'm here now.
Amen.
And
Amen.
All right,
it's
all
nice to
right.
see you.
See you also.
Wonderful, wonderful. All right, thank you very much, Queen Sharon Wheaton. Good to have you. And I did see Queen Myrtle and Queen Yvonne Reed and Queen um, Sharon and I King Carlton and King Joseph. Okay, a couple men in the house. All right, wonderful, nice. That's so good. All right, some old bones is digging out and coming up on the surface once again. King Carlton, you know, some old stars creeping out of the background. All right, that's good. That's good. All right. Anyone else again? All right, we're going to maybe say a little bit about Victory Dash, but we're going to ask Queen Jacqueline Warner to give her final comment.
I just want to leave you with the scripture as always. First Corinthians 6:19 through 20 reminds us your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit. And that means our bodies are not something to abuse, neglect, or take for granted. They are a vessel entrusted to us. And if God has given us this vessel, then we have a responsibility to care for it, nourish it, and respect it. So tonight, I encourage you to learn, research, question, eat intentionally, live intentionally, and take responsibility for your wellness. Don't put all your faith in a bottle, and don't put all your faith in one herb, and don't put all your faith in a single approach. Instead, look at the whole picture because true holistic wellness is about caring for the whole person, the body, mind, and spirit. And perhaps the greatest lesson Burdock Group can teach us is this: sometimes the greatest treasure are hidden beneath the surface. So you have to dig for them, you have to learn about them, and you have to use them wisely. So I encourage you tonight to dig deeper, learn more, live better, and take care of the temple that God has entrusted to you. And thank you all for listening. And may God bless you, keep you, strengthen you, and guide you on your journey toward greater health and wellness. God bless you all.
Amen.
Oh, All right.
Amen.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
You're welcome,
All
sir.
right. I have one question on the mindset. No, not for Queen Jacqueline Warner, but for every person that is here need to participate. I don't know if this is going to work the right way because I have never tried it before. So let us go. All right. Um, Let me check. Okay. All right. The question I want to ask this wonderful noble group is how many squares do you see? How many squares do you see? And this is a question. It's not a trick question.
12, I
No,
think.
it's not a. Hold on. Wait. No, me no want no shouting. No
Okay.
shouting. As I said, I'm going to try something. I don't know if it's going to work, but there's a poll. Anybody see the poll?
Yeah, I see it.
You see the poll? All right,
Yeah,
wonderful. So, so, so take the poll
I took the
and
poll.
tell me what do you see? How many squares do you see?
16,
16.
Tell me how many squares do you see?
3 votes, they say.
How many squares? It's all about the mindset.
Okay.
And all we have been doing for the past maybe 3 years now is the mindset and how important the mindset is. Because what Victory with Ash is about is to help us to see beyond what we just see. Oh my goodness. I tell you, I was blown away with the first course.
Yeah.
As yes, I just want you all to know that they just
Yep.
as promised, the first course is posted in Victory with Ash.
Yep,
And I
it
tell
is.
you, it's nothing like what you think.
I'll tell you.
It's not a
I
normal
didn't start yet.
little dibby, knowing no, because this was actually in the course. So, I went very near to the number.
Uh-huh.
I missed a couple, but I went near. But tell me what you think. How many squares are there in this diagram? How many squares do you see?
4 right now.
Drop your number.
I dropped my number. I hope you got it.
All right, all
There's
right, all right.
4.
Wonderful. No man, drop it um
Drop it where?
drop
On
it
the
on
poll.
the
It
no
says
it
16
not
at
going
first, but
it not going to show me
16.
how many people who did what. And
You're
that's
not?
the beauty.
Oh,
No, it don't tell me who did what. What it tells me, let me tell you what it tells me. It tells me the percentage of persons that put
the right
what
answer.
what is there on what answer. How many percentage put what where,
Okay.
right? So far, 71% says 16, 71% says 16, 0% say 20, 29% of you says 32,
Oh,
0% say 46, 0% say 30, 0% say 17, 0% say 13. All right, very good. Nice. That is good. So I see that the contestants in this is 16 or 32. That is the two numbers that are showing any percent whatsoever. 16 and 32. All right, wonderful. Hey, boy, nice. I tell you, the mindset.
Is
What
something else, huh?
is your mindset? Very important. What is your mindset? All right, watch this now. Let us go through it one by one. So let me go back to this slide. All right, so I guess we see that that is a square.
Yeah,
Amen. That is a square.
yeah.
That is a square. 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 That
And
is
the
a
rest are
square.
not
That is
squares.
a square. That is a square.
There's
That
a
is a
square.
square. That is a square. That is a square. So we're talking about 16 right there, right?
Yes,
16. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. 16. So that's 16. We get that so far?
yes,
Okay, beautiful, beautiful. So isn't this a square? Is that a
yes,
square?
yes,
Is that a square?
yes,
Is that a square?
yes.
And is that a square?
There's only four squares.
And is that a square?
Yes,
And is that a square?
yeah.
So therefore, that's nine more. 3, 6, 9.
That's a
Right?
trick.
Huh?
That's a trick, Dr. Derek.
No, no trick there. So those are squares. All right. So is that a square?
Yeah,
So is that a square?
yeah.
So is
Two
that
more.
a square?
Yeah.
Oh well, it need to go more up there.
This is terrible.
And is that a square?
Yeah, so you're gonna add four.
Right. So it's four more.
Yeah.
Eh?
Yes.
And is this a square?
Yes. One.
All right. So how much that?
25. 30.
Praise the Lord.
Shut your mouth.
Shut your mouth, it's true.
Oh, look at trouble in Babylon.
Oh, praise the Lord.
Oh my gosh. So the mindset is not what you see, it's
I'm
beyond.
telling you.
Well, look at
Eh?
trouble.
You see the levels. The
Wow.
mindset. The mindset. Very, 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 very necessary.
Well, how you would have figured out? How we would have figured that out, Dr.
I,
Derek? We were
I'm
just
telling
counting the
you.
scores.
Well, watch this now. Watch this
Wow.
now. Watch this
Okay.
now. It is based on your mindset and what Victory with Ash wants to do is to allow us to see what we
Beyond.
don't see.
Yeah.
Aha.
Wow.
Is to help us, not allow, but help
Amen.
us to see
Further.
what we don't see.
Yeah.
So we are able to see things that others, the normal person, don't see.
Mm.
Mm. I tell you, it was a powerful presentation. Powerful,
Wow.
powerful presentation.
Yeah, that
Right?
guy is bad. Mr. Mayo, I think his name.
Uh-huh.
The guy, the instructor.
Yes. Oh, yes, yes, yes. His name is
D D
D.
Mayo.
Meyer, something
Yeah.
like that. Yes, yes. It's
Oh my
is
gosh.
is good. He wrote a few books,
Yes.
and he speak.
He's a
Matt, no,
grandpa.
Matt, Matt,
He,
Matt,
he's on YouTube too.
Matt DeMario,
Yeah.
Matt DeMario,
Oh,
Matt
Matt
DeMario.
Mayo. Okay.
No, Matt DeMario. Yes,
Okay.
Matt. Yes, he wrote a few books, and he's well known
You on
in this
YouTube too. He's a
in the yes,
grandfather.
yes,
Hmm.
yes. And in the speaking world,
Yep.
he's actually in the Guinness Book of World Record. Yeah.
Wow.
Um
Amazing.
as as the number one bestseller on Amazon, or one
Yeah.
of the number one bestsellers on Amazon.
Yeah, he has
Yeah,
two books.
he's
Yeah,
well known, right? So it's not
yeah.
not dibby dibby people coming on this thing. It's people who we might heard of, but having the privilege now to actually see them
Wow.
upfront and personal. All right.
Even
So
Ash, even Ash said that he did some of it, and he even was amazed, was blown away.
hmm So if you're not yet known as yet, the first course is out.
Yep. So
So please take the first course. It is in Victory Dash, and it really is some powerful information and powerful message that
wow.
is involved in there. All right. So it's not no dibby dibby information. I tell you, boy.
I say
It's
thank God
really
for patience.
yeah.
Thank God for patience. Yep.
As promised, it is there.
Yep.
All right. As promised, it is
I'm gonna
there.
do mine tonight.
August, and it's there.
Yep.
All right. And I tell you, it's really powerful.
Woo.
Really, really powerful. Powerful information. And you will learn something. The mindset is very powerful. Very powerful. All right.
Wow.
Okay. Thank you all very much. For those who maybe need a little help to, you know, log back into their Victory Dash, we're going to close the YouTube and then attend to those who need a little assistance. Let us see how best we can address whatever your needs are. All right. So before we do the after party, just see if anyone needs any assistance for maybe a few minutes. And but for the time being, YouTube personnels, thank you very much for being with us, for joining us, and for attending today's webinar here on the meeting platform and those that are on the varied YouTube platforms. Thank you very much for joining us. And we ask you to, if you can join us on Sunday for Dream Team with the Dream Team group at 12:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And then next week we do it all over again. Mindset Monday on Monday, 7 p.m. Tuesday and Thursday, Deep Dive, Globally Changing Lives, 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Thank you all very much on the YouTube channel for joining us, and you have yourself a wonderful weekend. For those who need a little assistance here on the Victory Dash, stick around. We will get there shortly. Take care. For those on the YouTube. Really appreciate. Close and close. All right.